Here comes a wild mountain biker in his natural habitat. Actually, the mountain biker is me. And being a mountain biker, we like to push ourselves beyond our limits, challenging massive jumps, riding off cliffs, shredding through rocks. And yet, we do get hurt sometimes. And yes, we do eat shit. But we always end up walking away from it. This time, however, was slightly different. Today, my group and I had one goal: to sharpen my skills. After the few months off from working at Subway, I was feeling a bit rusty. I wanted to sharpen my skills. So we went to a very comfortable trail, red tape.
Yeah, right. Red tape. Yeah, I think so. Find a gear.
Red tape is a fairly high-paced trail with some jumps on it. Nothing too intense. It's a light blue trail. This simple trail is the trail that kicked my ass. But it wasn't the jumps, and it wasn't the high speed. In fact, I'm guessing you just missed it. Did you miss it again? It's that little bridge we go over. Alright, let me talk you through what happened. We're going around this corner. I exit a bit wide. My front wheel goes into that ditch, and I Superman do a half 180 and land on my elbow. As you can tell, this crash doesn't sound pretty, and in fact when I got up, the wind was knocked out of me, I felt the ringing in my head and I couldn't feel my arm. I don't think I'm walking away from this one. I feel around my shoulder and that shit just does not feel right. And so I think, you know what, it's probably dislocated, let's just walk on out of here. One of my friends goes to the car to drive around and pick us up while we walk out of the trail because that's the fastest way out. After a half mile of walking through mountain bike trail, with thank God no one hitting us, we finally make it to the car. And instead of, going to the hospital or doing literally anything like that, we get McDonald's. And after we get McDonald's and eat McDonald's, we go home and watch TV. And after about like 40 minutes, we think, let's just watch a video. I think my shoulder is dislocated. Let's try to relocate it. We get on the ground, try to relocate it, and it's freely moving. It's not dislocated, but it's still, I can't move it. Something's still up. So we say, you know what, it's probably smart to go to the hospital. We go to the hospital and we wait. They take an x-ray and they say, yeah, you broke your collarbone. This news was a gut punch to me. Start of June, I broke my collarbone for a 6-week recovery to a 3-month recovery. I mean, for 6 weeks, I'm not doing anything fun and it basically ruins the start of my summer. Over the course of those few weeks, my whole entire shoulder started to bruise up and everything became hard to do. Sleeping wasn't comfortable. I'd wake up with my arm in a weird position. Taking a shower, of course, was weird. And the stupidest things like putting on a shirt took 10 minutes. But being the psychopath I am, after a week of recovering, I said, I'm fine enough. Let's go to work. And I worked for the 5 weeks of me healing. Which was, in hindsight, not the smartest thing to do. But it made me money. Another thing it made me was popular. My Subway, if you watch my previous videos, right next to a hospital. The hospital that I went to get my x-rays every now and then. And so I was running late to work one day. I put on my work uniform and I went in there. And the dude doing my x-rays said, hey, you made my sandwich yesterday. I was Mr. Popular because I was the sandwich artist with a broken collarbone. And let me tell you, that sling that I was in made me hella tips. And with the end of this video drawing near, the mountain bike season is starting. with this past experience behind me, I think I'm gonna be ready to shred up new trails. So come join me as new mountain bike content is gonna be posted hopefully shortly. You guys have a good night.